Sonic and I have never really seen eye to eye. I guess we're just two different dudes with two different perspectives on what makes a good platformer. I like the simple act of movement in a platformer, like tight controls, looking for secrets, making tough jumps. That's what I like about the platformer. Sonic likes to run fast, which kind of makes the things I like impossible. So we're seriously like just exact opposites. And yet, I liked Sonic Colors. And although not as much, I like Sonic Lost World. Or at least to the extent that I like any Sonic game. Fortunately for me, this one tries to meet me in the middle. But that's precisely the thing Sonic's fans might not like. The fact that Lost World sort of tries to be Mario.
Wow, you're barely a snack! I'm losing my breath and my patience!
And I know, Galaxy's not the first game to mess with gravity, right? It's not the first game to do planetoids. It's not any list of things. But it is the first game to do those things well enough to make them a popular trend. It's not just that Galaxy did them, it's how Galaxy did them. This game tries to do them the same way. And there's nothing intrinsically wrong with that. But where Lost World runs into trouble is when those Galaxy concepts and level designs don't work with Sonic mechanics. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times it's like oil and water. Galaxy's about exploration and movement, enjoying those crazy levels. Lost World does slow things down, but it's still Sonic. And Sonic likes to run fast. But again, sometimes it works, and when it does, the combination's fantastic. I especially like how it affects those on-rails levels, the ones where Sonic's just racing forward. Putting those in that Galaxy context works really well. Sonic bounces from object to object, blasting through the sky like a rocket, and when all you have to do is steer Sonic, that's when he controls best. Now, there are also two other types of levels, right? You have the 2D levels, which are classic Sonic for classic Sonic fans, and you also have the open 3D levels. And these are the most Galaxy-inspired. In fact, some of them feel like they might have been pulled from Galaxy. Incidentally, they're also where Lost World loses steam. Right? Sonic still doesn't feel right in these slower levels that have an emphasis on free movement and exploration. That's where the Galaxy stuff doesn't work with Sonic. Now, some of them are among the game's best moments, but others are among its worst. And when you're not having fun with Lost World, you're probably in one of these levels. And the camera doesn't help either. Of course, that all applies to Lost World in general. What about the 3DS version? Well, it's interesting because it's definitely not the same as the Wii U game. It's similar, but different. Like, the levels are inspired by the Wii U game, but not identical, and that's a good thing. The only problem is the distribution of the levels. Like, the Wii U version really mixes up those level varieties well. This one seems to rely on the 2D levels, especially the open 3D levels, the latter of which are, again, generally the worst part of Lost World. So, for variety and speed, the console version's the clear winner. In fact, I'd only recommend this one if you don't have a Wii U. Now, that said, it is pretty impressive how much of the Lost World experience is intact on the 3DS. I mean, the game obviously looks better on the Wii U, but it might look more impressive on the 3DS, just because it's a handheld. Lost World is just a beautiful game, and the 3DS has seemingly no trouble keeping up with Sonic's pace. That is, when he's running.
Let's be downtown!
I don't think there's a franchise in gaming as divisive as Sonic. Every release, it's the same thing. This side of the room hates it, this side defends it like it's the greatest game ever made, and anyone who disagrees has an anti-SEGA bias. I think that tells you exactly how the Sonic games have gone over the years. There are clear flaws, glaring flaws, but obvious strengths and real charms. Both sides have a point. And in that respect, Lost World is just another Sonic game. Only there's never been a Sonic game like Lost World.